Welcome back. This is chapter 1, still the chapter 1, the sailing theory, first fundamental things, and the last video was about run and reach. So this video is about close haul, and we ended with the close reach. Close reach is one of the upwinds, so because upwind, if we're going like closer to the wind than away from the wind, then it's upwind, and downwind is the opposite. Downwind is everything that broad reach and run. So the next step is going as close to the wind as we can, and this is close haul, going close hauled. And then in most winds, when we have at least some of wind above 6-7 knots, which is not that much, we sheet in kind of hard. A good rule for the main is usually that we sheet it so it will be above our like corner of the transom to the freeboard. That's quite a good rule for a lot of boats. Close hold, and the sheets, they're kind of tight. And if we are sailing dinghy or a small boat, we sit pretty much on the side. We might hike out, try to sit at least in a light wind, try to sit quite much forward, because you have the tiller here if it's a smaller boat with tiller and the tiller extension, so you are in your way, so you're not sitting in the way for your own tiller. And when we're going to talk about balance over the boat, you will see that the balance of the boat is pretty much better if you tilt it a little more forward. The speed, especially in light wind, is a little faster if you tilt it a little forward. This is close haul. The angle towards the wind, and that's what we call true wind. We will talk about true wind and apparent wind in another chapter and in another video called true and apparent wind. But the angle is pretty much 45 degrees. This can be for a better racing boat, better sails. It might be 40-41 degrees. On a more perhaps like tired cruising boat with old sails, it might be like 50 degrees. But in our theory we use 45, and that's the angle we can have against the wind. And then it says, okay, well, if we go in close haul, we can go all the way up here, but if we now want to go like the lap around, if we want to go here or up the wind here, then we have to turn. And because we cannot go 45 degrees to the wind, so then the turn is 90 degrees. Make a little change here. Close haul. And the turn is 90 degrees because it's 45 plus 45. And we say that this 90 degrees that you actually cannot sail is the no-go zone, because you will get stuck there. If you end up somewhere in there, head up to the wind, you will not have any power in your boat and you get stuck there, and after some time you actually will reverse the boat going backwards, and then you actually can go around and steer it backwards. But this turn we make a turn like this 90 degrees, and the turn is called tack. And for most boats it's pretty much around 90 degrees. Okay, faster boats and perhaps a little more wind, 80 degrees. In cruising boats, 100 degrees. So to make a tack, you need to have the speed to go through the tack. But we'll talk more about the tack in another video in the same chapter as this, the chapter 1.